I told you so. I told you so.
What did you tell?
That's a famous statement made by everybody who has ever been right in their entire life in an argument.
Oh, is that what that
that's
is?
what that is. And the person that gets to say that this week is Jordan.
Oh,
Jordan the man. Yeah, I have no mic monitoring.
I have it in my right ear. Oh, there it is.
How
There
about
it
you?
is.
How about you?
You got it.
Maybe I'm just not
You don't
plugged
hear
in all the way.
anything?
No, I hear it now. I'm good.
Are you plugged in? I can fix this. David, you just go on with the show.
Yeah.
We'll figure this out.
We're going on with it.
What did I win?
So Stacy Fannin, he's a
Stacey
member
Fannin,
of the community. He contacted me on Facebook,
band,
and he
yeah.
said that he's been listening for about a year now.
Uh-huh.
And this week he went back into the XoneBros podcast vault and was listening to a podcast episode somewhere around 115. And he said we were talking about
good
Project Scorpio coming out, and Jord the man was hung up on the entry level Scorpio price being $4.99. McSpicy and David were both saying $3.99. The end result of this conversation was that if the Scorpio was $4.99, David owed Jordan a game, and McSpicy's final comment was that he would buy Jordan a Scorpio edition Xbox.
That's bull crap.
Technically,
There's no way that's real.
both things came true. David bought me a game this week, and didn't we all pull together for the
Oh, and that's
the 1X?
I
So, I
guess
mean, I guess that
technically
counts.
it
You were
All right,
part
you
of
did
it.
You're
We
welcome.
bought it,
It did come out. Stacey says, I've not heard anything about this since. Did I miss something? We just make stuff up and forget about it after a while.
We have so many floating bets that we've
floating
never
bets
cashed
that
in.
I don't know. One day
just-
we'll come back.
We just make stuff up. That's funny. We do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I make the news up and no one says anything because who knows, right?
Yeah, who knows?
That's where rumors
Yeah.
start.
This is-
Come from somewhere.
this is literally the rumor zone.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, guys. This is podcast number 198. We are your positive gaming and Xbox One community. We are happy you're along for the ride. As always, I am joined by the bros, the XoneBros. First and foremost, his name is Mr. McSpicy. He likes chicken spicy hamburgers from McDonald's.
Actually, I prefer a number 6 from Wendy's.
Oh, okay.
The spicy chicken sandwich there
Spicy
is,
chicken sandwich. There you go.
I don't like their fries, but man, they got a good spicy chicken sandwich.
They do have them. I do dig me some Wendy's. I also dig me some McDonald's as well, but
Yeah, well, they've upped their game.
that they have.
They're a lot better than they used to be.
Agreed.
I used to, when I was in high school. Hold on, let me do the camera wide here.
Sure.
I think on, was it Mondays, they had like a 25-cent Monday burger day. Did you have that?
They used to
in-
have
Yeah,
California
remember
used
that?
to
Yeah,
have,
that was great.
Yeah, I
It went away.
because I think it knocked about 12 years off my life.
Yeah, it was great, man. I'd go with like $6.
They used
I know,
to
see,
have,
that's like 25 burgers, man.
Do you remember Big Mac Monday?
Big Mac Monday, no.
Yeah, they used to have Big Mac Mondays where you'd like buy one get one half off or something like that. It was great.
I don't remember.
I don't
Big Mac
remember that,
Mondays.
but that sounds.
I will
that's a
say,
good
Mc-
deal.
so
good.
McDonald's does stuff right. Well, you want to know what I appreciate?
The innovation.
One price for any size of soda. I think that's so genius.
Yeah.
A lot of people go there just for their soda. Also, $1 coffee in the
Well, I
morning.
think
I
they
know
actually-
for a fact that a lot of people go there for coffee in the morning.
I think they actually just got rid of the other sizes.
It's a genius.
I think it's
genius
just
thing.
like one size. Here you
It's
go.
one size fit all.
Yeah,
That's all.
dollar.
Here you go, $1.
They also brought about the all-day breakfast,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that was the best
that's
move
right.
I've ever seen in
Yeah.
my life.
They did
Genius.
the dual drive-through, which not many fast food restaurants can get right, except for McDonald's.
it's
Like,
true.
They've perfected it.
Yeah.
And
This show brought to you by McDonald's.
yeah, and
Yeah.
well, hey, McDonald's gets a lot of hate, but they do what they do good.
Yeah. Are you still having issues, or?
Oh,
Okay. Well, the reason is because whoever plugged in those cords, that you crossed the streams.
Oh, yeah, because mine was loud.
Yeah. So you had David's, and David's,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Oh. Can you turn me up then, since you
Yeah.
know what you're doing?
Yeah.
I
I
apologize.
believe it's this one
And
now.
they brought in the
Is that-
the
I don't think
automated.
that's making a
That's
difference.
me.
That's
oh my
you.
gosh, there's blood coming out of my ears now. I believe
That
it's this
one's
one.
No,
That one's me.
that's
That
that's a little bit.
No, is that
lower.
me?
Just a
Is that-
smidgen.
no,
There
no,
we
no.
go.
We'll
There we
figure
go.
it out.
We're good. We're
No,
good.
don't cross the streams now.
I,
sir.
uh,
I have all this all set up perfectly.
They McDonald's also brought the computerized take your own order.
That's
Which
that
I
is
also
correct.
appreciate.
So
If I don't feel
Jordan
like talking to
is a
people,
little bit of an expert when it comes to fast food. Before he used to work at Dairy
yes,
Queen.
yes.
Yeah,
Dairy
you
Queen.
were.
He
You
was
were
a
Dairy
chef.
Queen.
He was a Dairy Queen chef.
Chef.
I remembered going there just to see Jordan,
Just to see Jordan chef it up,
and I would wave to him.
chef it up
There's
in
a
the
little
back.
window.
Speaking of Jordan, he's joining us here in the middle. He's Jordan the man. Jordan, how's your week been, man?
Good, really good.
Good.
Good. I'm trying something new. I've been watching. I watched Zoolander, and
Okay.
I notice in Zoolander every time they're on camera, they always look away and then they look into it as it comes. So I wanted to try that this week.
Go ahead, wait.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
go.
just
Let's
like
go to Jordan.
they
It's on
start-
Jordan. You're looking away. Look, I want to see this. I wanna
Okay,
see
and
this
we'll go to
happen.
Jordan.
And we're Jordan. Jordan, how are you doing today?
Good. They're like,
Oh, no,
oh,
you
I
looked
can't do
up.
it.
You
Yeah,
gotta
I
look
gotta
at
look
the
at the
camera.
camera. Okay,
Look
yeah.
at the camera.
Yeah,
Look
try
at
it
the
again.
camera.
Here we go. Jordan, how you doing today?
Good, David. Good. That's what they do. It's hilarious. So I wanted to try that this
Oh,
week.
okay.
You look good. You look
Yeah.
good.
Taking
Good,
some
yeah.
tips from Zoolander. Last but not least,
Yeah.
I am X1.
Look at the camera.
We are the XoneBros. Welcome, everybody. This, if you want to support the show, you can do so over on Patreon, patreon.com/positive gaming. We are trying to spread the word of positive gaming. We're trying to grow the community. We are growing the community. It's growing. There's a lot of awesome people, lots of awesome positive gamers out there who have just discovered the community, who have discovered the podcast, and you can help us grow by donating. If you just donate $1 a month, that's enough. If everybody did that, we'd be able to go full time and really take this show on the road, which would be cool.
No, that'd be
Traveling.
We
show.
could get a bus.
We get a bus.
The X1 bus.
The X1 bus. That would be so awesome.
you guys-
like,
if
like
we-
the Madden bus.
Yeah.
If we got a bus, I think it should be in the shape of the Wiener Schnitzel movie.
Oh, I'm there. Just take an old one and just
and just paint it green.
You know, paint it green.
Put an X
I
flag
can
on
see
it.
that.
Yeah.
Also, have you guys ever
The Oscar Mayer. It's
remember,
not
Yeah,
the, it's not the
Oscar-
Wiener
Yeah,
Schnitzel,
yeah,
it's
the Oscar Mayer. The
yes.
Oscar Mayer.
remember
yeah.
the Bloodhound Gang? Do you remember
Oh,
that
yeah,
band?
of course, yeah.
They had a song called Foxtrot Unicorn Charlie Kilo,
Uh-huh.
and they have a banana car in that music video. It's amazing.
Oh.
We could do a
How do you
big.
make a banana car?
That's a good question.
That's-
Go check out that music video. It'll blow your mind.
The camera's been on me for like 2 minutes. It makes me feel awkward. There we go.
Well, I mean, this is your shtick, man. This is when you talk
Yeah.
about stuff.
Anyways, feel free, please feel free to donate to us over on Patreon, patreon.com/positive gaming or XoneBros.com. And then just hit the Patreon button that's there on the page. Mr. McSpicy, Kingdom
Yeah.
Come came out this week.
Yeah,
Kingdom
I'm
Come
watching
came
the
out.
delay on the stream on the Facebook stream,
Dude.
and you were just sitting there staring at just sitting there not talking on the. I get it. I feel bad for putting the camera on you for so long.
That's okay.
Tell me,
Kingdom Come.
how is Henry?
Henry,
How are you liking? Let's give us your first impressions.
So
First impressions of Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Now we've been excited for this game for a while. It dropped on Tuesday night.
David bought it.
McSpicy, I bought it on Tuesday night. McSpicy, I think, bought it last night?
yes.
nights ago?
Was it last
It
night?
might have been 2 nights ago.
It is under the enhanced section, so it does meet your qualifications.
Well,
for
that's actually one of the
downloading.
reasons I bought it. I'll be honest, because I'm a snob now.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I like it. I'm enjoying the game a lot. There's a couple of issues I have that severely piss me off, but that's okay because whatever.
Sure.
But like, and I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay,
Because the game, I don't want this to sound negative.
Well, let's
'cause
start with the negative, and we can end positive.
All right, I like
See,
that.
so give me,
I like
give
that.
me what makes you mad in the game? Oh, wait, let me guess. Can I guess? Controls. Do they let you swap?
Well,
your
they
controls?
don't let you use Southpaw controls.
Okay.
You can tell
Oh,
this
it's the
game
medieval times. It was before.
Before Southpaw was
is.
invented.
See, I mean, it's more.
Well, and
It's more
I did.
historically accurate.
It's
I did
immersion.
hear. I did hear that this follows like some historical events pretty well.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, like I've heard
Oh,
that.
I'm learning
I
a
did-
lot about
yeah.
the 1400s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
know it was brutal.
I
When's
I
this?
actually go and search out like the poop bathrooms, and
Yeah.
it's fascinating.
The
Confession.
latrine?
Yeah.
The first time I'll be playing that game is tonight after the show, so I haven't played it yet. So I'm going in.
Yeah, I'm really
fresh.
excited for you.
Yeah, like
Really excited
fresh.
for you. So, Mr. McSpicy, what is it? What are the things before we jump into what you like? First, tell us what you really don't like.
Lock picking.
Okay.
And I could go into this. This game is obviously meant for a mouse and keyboard.
Okay.
The lock picking. I'm on a quest that requires lock picking right
Okay.
now,
Mhm.
and I have to skip the quest. It's quite literally impossible for me to do it.
How do you
It-
lockpick with the controller? Like, what's the scheme? You know.
Is it like Skyrim or?
No,
Where you-
Skyrim makes sense. This is terrible. It's terrible because you can tell it was meant for a mouse and keyboard.
Sure.
It's not meant for a controller at all. And this game did not have Southpaw controls, so I had to go into the OS and switch it,
Sure.
which means in the game everything's reversed when it comes to mini games. And so not only is I actually even tried switching over because I'm bilingual when
Sure.
I play,
Yeah.
when I could switch over, and because of Rockstar games,
Yeah.
I can switch over and play, the normal controls. And it is the most ridiculous mini game you'll ever play. If you guys haven't experienced it yet, you will.
I haven't.
And it's going to make it so you do not do lockpicking.
Really? Even though my controls aren't reversed, does it make it harder for you because your controls are reversed?
Absolutely
What's
insane.
the concept? Like in Skyrim, you'd slide the thing in, it'd vibrate, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Keep
you'd
going.
use your joysticks to get it. You wouldn't slide anything in. What you do is use your
Actually,
joysticks.
I'm feeling a little uncomfortable right now.
You use your joysticks to find the perfect position
go,
or the perfect spot to kill the controller vibrating.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
goodness.
that made sense. This, you have to put your joystick. Let's say, okay, how do I describe this?
We've already crossed the line, so any way you want.
We have the joystick. You have to put it in a certain part of the circle, and then you have to rotate the other joystick counterclockwise. But you have to follow, because you have to find the sweet spot, and then you have to follow those over. It's extraordinarily unforgiving because of the joysticks.
Oh, okay.
On the keyboard, you just press D.
Well, that sounds a little bit.
It's obviously not meant
Yeah.
for a joystick. And then you reverse those rolls, and it broke that second part of the game. I can't do that quest.
Is it a main quest or a side quest?
I'm pretty sure it's a side quest.
Can I ask, how open world is it? Because I've heard different things. I've heard it's open world, but the world's not big, but there's a lot of detail. Like I've heard all these things.
So first of all, if you go over and read Reddit seems to be very unforgiving to this game, and I don't know why. It's so.
I feel like they're unforgiving to everything.
No, that's true. That's a good point. But I feel like there is some unfair criticisms over on Reddit that I've just not yet experienced. I think that what Mix Spicy is talking about is fair because that's an actual something that you can point to.
Yeah.
A lot of criticism on this game is this: there's lots of bugs. Okay, well, show me specific bugs that we could talk about, and then we can go from there.
And failing a quest does not count as a bug.
Well, some bugs do break.
When
the
you
quest.
no, I've seen a lot of people on Reddit, like they get killed and
Yeah.
it was a bug, I got killed.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Anyway, so lockpick. But I think overall, I think the game so
Mhm.
far, I'm really having a good time.
No, yeah. So
But McSpicy. So lockpicking, you just can't continue with that quest at the moment.
Yeah, and let's be honest. The game, I'm having so much fun playing it. I'm just gonna skip that.
Sure.
Which is unfortunate because I really like a rogue.
Yeah.
Style.
Finding out what's in there and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So what you said there was two things that you didn't like. So lockpicking is number one.
I said there was two things.
Oh, maybe that's just
Okay. Hold on. I lose my memory quite. I lose my memory quite frequently now. No, I mean, so I bought this game because I saw other people playing this game on Twitch,
Sure,
and on Mixer, and I thought, oh my gosh.
it looks like a blast.
It looks like
From the
a
past.
Skyrim medieval time simulator.
That's actually a really good way to describe it. Yes.
Do you guys want to hear a fun fact about this game?
Okay, fun fact, go.
So it's a small studio that makes it. They did a lot of
Warhorse Studio.
Yeah, they did a Kickstart, and then they found an investor. I think so. I heard this week. I don't know the exact numbers, but this game took about $5 million or so to make. And to put that in perspective, Skyrim I think took like $85 million.
Whoa.
To make something like those big numbers.
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
difference.
Big numbers.
So I mean, very very cool that. And this looks like a real. I mean, to me, it kind of looks like a AAA game.
This game already has more than 5 voice actors.
Nice.
Which is
So
great.
tell me, McSpicy, overall, did it meet the excitement that you felt when you watched it and decided to purchase it? Has it lived up to your expectations? Do you like it? Where are you at there?
Yeah. So I went into this thinking I would like it because it's obviously it takes a lot of inspiration from Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
You can tell. I mean, you even go to the tavern to find out news about what's going on and just how you can loot and how you can steal. It's just very Elder Scrollsy, just like more of a simulator Elder Scrollsy. The narrative, the narrative is fantastic. The story, there's I don't know how far you've gotten, David.
So I am just going back to Skillac.
Okay. You're
Whatever the
still
town name is.
that's still basically kind of the tutorial.
I'm 3 hours into the game, and
Isn't
the
the
tutorial's
tutorial
like 6 hours. long.
hours?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I've gotten to you play 3-4 hours, and then the logo comes up and does the intro. Just like
That's
like
hilarious.
Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Remember where you do that whole invasion and
Yeah,
Wolfenstein climb the walls, and then
you're like, oh, I played 3 levels, and that was just the
and you
beginning of the
get-
game.
Yeah,
That was
you
the
get blown
prologue.
off, and then the Bethesda appears,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like the title sequence. So this happens within like the first 20 minutes of the game. So if you were concerned about that, I'd skip ahead maybe 45 seconds, but it happens really soon. So, and you should also know that this is one of the reasons I really like this game.
Sure.
When you're in your town and then the army appears, I was like, oh my gosh, because I was immersed. I was, doing errands or whatever
Yeah.
for my dad,
Yeah.
for my pa.
For my pa, who was teaching me life lessons.
Yeah, exactly. And then to have just over the hill all these horses, and it felt real,
Yeah,
which is weird to say.
No, it's good. It does a
Well, it's all
really
in real
good-
time, isn't it? Like that's not a cutscene.
No,
right? Like
yeah,
it's all
well,
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So,
it does a really good job of immersing you in the world.
and there's been several times where that has taken place in this game where you're like, wow, what would I have done in a situation like that? I'm in a town that gets invaded by, because this town has, it's the medieval era. There's, 30 soldiers that are
Yeah.
just keeping the peace.
In a castle.
And then you have a lordling, that's there in a small little castle. But to have an army appear,
Yeah.
and then everybody start running Independence
castle.
Day, where they all get out of their taxis and run
Yeah.
away. To have that happen, and I felt like I was like, oh my gosh, what would I have done
Yeah.
in that situation?
On that note, if
would've
you are
bravehearted
thinking
it.
of getting this this game for your kids, I would not recommend it. It is fairly adult. It's fairly Game of Thrones-ish.
Yeah, it's very. There's language all over the place. And
Language, violent, very graphic scenes, but it's true to the history. I don't feel like any of it's pointless. Like that's not just like throwing stuff in to throw stuff in. It's true to showing you how brutal the world is.
Yeah. Exactly, and it's brutal. Like, man, you should see their plumbing.
You mentioned that a couple times now. Yeah.
No, I mean, because I went into the plumbing into like the peasants,
Sure.
the plebs
Yeah,
area,
yeah.
and then you go into the plumbing and like the
castle?
the
Yeah.
castle, and you're like,
Does it
oh,
just dump
oh
on
my
the peasants?
gosh, thank goodness for indoor plumbing. Like the castle. The great thing about I found a castle, okay, because I'm further along. I found a castle where there's literally a crapper just right there in the hall where people can walk by, but it's like pooing down onto the peasants. Like it's an overhang onto
To a street hang.
yeah. It's like, oh my gosh. They really the
oh,
wealthy are
man.
really taking a dump on the lower class there.
Community plays. We do community plays first
Oh,
and
we're
third.
done. We're done with this.
Oh no, we're just throwing this is like a little bumper here.
Oh,
in
because
here.
I just really want to say that even though the lockpicking sucks, I really enjoy this game.
Oh yeah.
That's what I never got to say that.
Oh, that's okay.
I really like this game. I'm enjoying it immensely.
All right.
Okay, there.
Very
Back to you,
nice.
David. Now we can
Community
go on.
plays first and third Saturday of every month. We have our next community play tomorrow. It is Halo 5. It is a good time. If you want to join the community plays, the week of the community play, there's a LFG that goes up in the XoneBros club. I update the clubs about twice a week where I accept new people in. Just come join the club, look for the LFG, say I'm interested, and then we're on Saturdays. Just jump in the party, have a good time. It's a blast. Halo 5 has been one of the funnest community plays that
was.
we've done. Jordan, you've been looking at Forge maps and stuff. You're looking forward to playing this
I think tomorrow, just to warm up, we're gonna start a little Nuketown.
Oh, Nuketown is
And
a
I
good
know you're
time.
thinking, Jordan, that's Call of Duty. Well, there's a Halo version,
There is.
and it's a good time.
And there's actual beds you can jump and bounce
Yeah,
on
if
and
you're-
shoot people.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Jordan, what did you get to play this week?
I actually only played Monster Hunter.
Okay.
And then some computer games.
Very nice. How far are you in Monster Hunter?
I could be a lot further, but I found this monster that has probably the coolest armor I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, what is that? Oh.
Dragon Samurai armor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
oh man.
Yeah.
He called me and told me about it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I got it all. It took a minute because we had to keep going in and killing them and getting the,
Sure.
the materials and all that stuff. But I got it, and I it's just cool. And then what's funny is I know in like 3 levels the whole game's gonna change, and that armor is gonna be useless, and I'm gonna have to like get it again. But it was just, it was cool. That's such a fun game,
Dude.
Monster Hunter. They nailed it.
Nailed it twice.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I completely agree. Let me tell you what I enjoy about Kingdom Come. I have streamed this game twice. I'm about 3 hours in.
Yeah.
Oh, you're streaming this game.
I streamed
That
it,
makes it very difficult to get immersed, I feel.
In this game, not so much because the cutscene. I've actually. I don't think. No,
He doesn't know. Yeah,
no.
Because
I've been fine.
I almost streamed this, but then as I just wanted to figure things out. I don't know how you could stream this and enjoy. Like, there's an enjoyment factor because of the immersion of the game
Yeah.
that I think you might miss out on.
I have found that everybody in chat is immersed with me.
Okay.
Actually, like it's really interesting. It's this
It's
interesting
like one
dynamic.
big
It's one giant
popcorn.
party.
It's like a popcorn
medieval
game.
party.
You know,
that
like
we're
popcorn reading in high school. It's like
Yeah.
popcorn gaming.
having. Yeah, exactly. I forgot that it was called popcorn reading. That's
Mhm.
funny.
I don't
Yeah.
even know what that means.
So that's just like
It's when like everybody read a paragraph and you went
Yeah.
around the whole class.
Yeah.
And it took like forever to get through like.
yeah,
I don't think I showed
And then
up
like
that
if
day.
you couldn't read well, you were shamed.
yeah.
It was actually that's how
it was
you
like the
learned.
public
that
shaming.
it's a good method of learning to read.
That's like Billy
because
Madison.
the know-it-all would just like jump
Today.
in when you were mispronouncing
Yeah,
a word or
they'd-
something.
yeah.
They'd be like, "Gutfeld," or I don't know what a word is.
Gutfeld?
That's dictionary.
And then
they'd
the
jump
teacher
in,
would be
and
like,
you'd
"No,
"Shh,"
no,
be like, shut up,
no, let
kid."
him get it, let him try." And then like, which demeans you even more.
Yeah.
Like it was just
Yeah, don't
that was-
stand up for
yeah,
me.
Yeah, it was just
Just let me.
Or
bear
like
this.
the other public shaming was like spelling bees up against the board, and you had to sit down in front of everybody while they look at you. Right, but then you'd always be like, there'd be the funny kid who was just dumb but was compensating, and so he'd like spell it wrong on purpose and just laugh and go sit down and be like, "Oh, Joey's so funny." It was a good time.
I don't remember any of this.
Listen,
you,
this
you
is-
didn't have public shaming at your school.
No, maybe
huh?
I was
Yeah,
just-
That's why you got to go to school in California, baby. We do public shaming right. You know,
It's how you
it's
get
that
smarter.
California school
It
system,
evens
man.
out the system.
Well,
You know,
see,
like,
I was
if
just so
you-
smart. I never even
Yeah,
knew that
yeah.
this existed.
Oh,
I thought it was just my turn.
It exists. The best was in 6th grade. And listen to this. In 6th grade, there was fake money in my class. Like the teacher was all about
Shroot bucks?
economics.
Shroot
It was
bucks.
like Shroot bucks, yeah. And you could like open your own businesses. And basically what it became is 6th graders just trying to figure out how to rip each other off. And then you could like buy like pencils or erasers or
That's the
know
free
little
market,
stuff
man.
with like Chuck E. Cheese dollars, like where you
Yeah.
go and buy little cheap prizes
Yeah.
at the booth there. You could also though sue other people in this class for money, and every Friday they would have a court. I sued the pants off of everybody. It was great. I won almost all my cases. It was great. It was a good time. It was a good time. And it wasn't because I was actually good at arguing my case. It was because everyone pretty much liked me. And so you could either choose judge, the teacher, to judge it for you, or jury, your classmates. Of course you're going to choose jury.
Jury.
You're a bunch of 6th graders. You're not going like, "Oh, he presented great evidence." You're like, "Oh, yes, David's cool. I'm going to vote for him."
because he's a stupid pants.
Yeah, I sued so many people and I just take their money. It was great.
the good old days of school.
Good old
man.
days of school.
Yeah.
But the more I look back at that, I think I'm against that. Like, you're teaching my kid to sue. I don't want that in my class.
As opposed to public shaming, where that's totally cool.
Yeah, public
Yeah,
shaming.
no,
I'm
that,
fine.
that puts you on the
Public
right path. If you're
flogging-
veering off and you get publicly shamed, you come right back to that's
Public flogging is a good time.
yeah, that's
Suing, on the other hand, that's a little bit shady.
Yeah.
All right.
Like if you got some guy doing some weird stuff and you shame him in front of like 13 of his peers,
He's not doing
and
that
they
weird
just
stuff
laugh.
anymore.
Yeah, he comes back. You know,
know?
that's how that it evens out society.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I learned a lot. Yeah. I never knew this existed.
If you want to talk to us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you want to connect with a fantastic community, come and join our Discord, XoneBros.com, or actually just go to XoneBros.com and click the Discord button picture that's there on the right-hand side of the website. It's a great time, fantastic people, lots of great discussion happening all the time. Discord has literally changed my life. Come join us. Come hang out in the XoneBros Discord. It's a good time. Kingdom Come Deliverance. My first impressions. I've only, like I said, I've only played it. I've been streaming it, so I'm only about 3 hours in, which is still very much the
How
tutorial
is
zone.
Henry for you?
This is what I like about this game so far, and right at the beginning it does that. And McSpicy can attest to this as well. Decisions matter in this game,
Mhm.
and you see the results of your decisions almost immediately.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. That to me, it's a true RPG in my
Yeah.
opinion. Like Kingdom Come is refreshing in that your decisions really matter.
Well,
and you
I-
see it right away.
They
I-
do,
I've-
and you can't save.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is forcing this. So like Dragon Age Inquisition,
It's the Middle Ages, man.
I can save. And any other game in Skyrim, I can save. No, this is forcing me to make decisions
Mhm.
that are permanent.
Yeah.
Like you have to have alcohol to save.
Yeah,
That-
you really do.
And
Schnapps.
it's a rare alcohol.
It's called Save Your Schnapps or something. Schnapps, something like that.
Well, I've watched the first 20 minutes, like a little walkthrough on YouTube, and
Sure.
I like how you pick your skills.
Yeah.
When they say your mom's like, "What'd you do last night?" and you're like, "Oh, I went out with the friends," and that was like the vitality one.
Bianca.
Yeah, with Bianca, that was stamina or whatever.
Yeah.
It was- I like how they kind of incorporate it.
Incorporate it
story.
into the
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
And that's what I really appreciate. The second thing that I really appreciate is I agree with McSpicy. It is very immersive. Now I'm excited to get to the parts where the developer showed this off in the game, where your decisions really matter, and then you can choose how to go about stuff. I've also, for instance, it throws options at you as to fight right away, to try to be persuasive, to steal right away, stuff like that. And so the way that you can solve problems, the paths veer, so they fork in the road all the time. It's up to you how to do everything, and I really appreciate about that.
Can
game.
I ask one question, because I don't know? Is there a leveling up system? Like, do you get experience? You level up. You put skills and stats into certain play. Okay, there is
extensive.
Okay, is it like how I've seen at the beginning, where you're always choosing stuff in converse, or is it an actual is there a character stat menu type of thing?
As you use stuff, it levels up stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's extensive to the point where there's drop-down menus
Like-
within stats.
Like my fists are super strong because it took me 4 hours to figure out how to pull my sword out.
Oh,
And so I was literally fighting gangs.
so it's that kind of
With-
game. Like
with-
you don't know how to pull your sword out.
yeah. I didn't.
Oh, which,
I actually didn't think
which
I had a
brings
sword.
me to the most important question of all: what is the first person? So, because I mean, when I was watching this game, like it looks cool, right? But sometimes the combat looked kind of almost looked weird because you're always in that first person perspective with swords, hammers, all that stuff.
Yeah.
What is the combat like? Because it's kind of like a first person For Honor, right?
Combat is tough.
Ish.
It's not.
It's extremely hard.
It's very. It's very
simulator-esque.
tough. Yeah. It is.
So you're
simulator.
not looking for combat then.
So, and I will say this.
I am, because now I know how to use a sword. I literally was fighting gangs of people with axes with my fists. And I would back up and then dive in and back up.
So someone. It was. I went and got my haircut this week, and I was at the barber shop, and I was
Oh.
telling our friend Barbara Blake there.
Oh yes.
He said he was watching the stream and that the fighting seemed clunky. I can tell you, it's not clunky. It doesn't feel clunky on the controllers. It's just hard. Like that's it. It's
Yeah.
just.
Well, because you have I call it the sun because it looks like a sun. you
Yeah,
know?
the
but it's your
5-star.
your menu, right? And I assume it's similar to For Honor, where they go up, you go up, type of. You know what I mean? Is it that kind of mechanic? Or?
So it's a little less deep than the For Honor, from my
Okay.
experience. That's just where you're attacking.
Oh, okay. So it's not their reticle.
And
then.
I don't know how to block, really.
Okay, well,
So,
you just got your fist.
Maybe
there.
I'm wrong. I know that left bumper is blocked, but I've never blocked in a direction.
Oh, okay.
Actually, let me be real. If you try to block in this game, you're going to die. You just attack full strength. This is coming from a guy that took out gangs with his fists. You just go in. If you're calm about it, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
If you
Interesting.
take the
Well,
offensive,
I'm
you're gonna
excited
win.
to try the combat now. But David, you said it feels it's just hard. Like that's
It's
why
not,
it looks clunky.
It's not
or-
clunky. Clunky is not. It might look clunky, and I can see why people would think that when you watch it. But it's really. Am I right, McSpicy? It's really not clunky. It's just
hard.
Yeah,
difficult.
it's clunky in other parts, like riding your horse on sprint while being chased, and you're trying to turn and
That's
stuff.
a lot happening at once.
Well, yeah, and it took me an hour and a half. Gosh, it took me an hour and a half to run away because you can't save and you have to.
What's the death penalty then? Just back to your last save, which
So
depending on
far
when
I've
you got
died.
drunk.
So far I've died 3 times.
Have you? You've died. How long? You were able to do the horse chase scene pretty easily.
Yeah, what I did, I cut. It's like switchbacks that you're on. I didn't follow the switchbacks. I jumped down the side. After so what I did was at first I was trying to fight those mofos.
Yeah, that's
It's a
not
big
gonna
mistake.
work.
Yeah,
You're fighting a whole army.
yeah, it's a big mistake. You get killed quickly. And what I love, and then I tried to just outrun them, but they hit you from behind.
Yeah,
and
they
you
shoot-
die. It's
yeah.
great.
I was on that for a good hour and a half, and I was so frustrated because I didn't know what to do. Like, seriously, I'm just starting this game. Why do you keep killing me?
Is this like a Dark Souls level difficulty, or is it just
The lockpicking is.
No, I don't think it's quite Dark Souls
or
level
is
of
it
difficulty.
is it just because it's so different? It's difficult.
It's more like it punishes you for the decisions, for making the wrong decision. Does that make sense?
It
It's
punishes
not-
you.
Yeah.
It's
for
not
being
like
the
Dark
medieval
Souls
ages.
boss
Medieval-
impossibility
Basically,
fight.
there's like if you walk up to a guard that's protecting you and you kick him in the balls, he's going to punish you by killing you.
yeah.
It's like that. Like you can literally. It's like Skyrim. You can literally attack anybody, steal anything, take their weapons.
Would you say it's a less arcadey Skyrim then? Would
Yeah,
you
it's like
say
a simulator
Simulator Skyrim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, simulator
Oh,
Skyrim.
interesting.
That's what I would.
Yeah,
say.
the other.
Okay,
the
I
other
have
thing-
one last question.
One last question. Go ahead.
from me, and then I'm done.
Okay.
Does it hurt or help, or you don't even notice that there's no magic in the game? Because
Okay,
when I heard
so-
that, I didn't. I was like, oh,
There's
that's
no
kinda-
magic
Yeah,
in
no
it.
magic.
There's no like straightforward arcane
like
magic.
wizardy stuff. Yeah.
But
Does that
there
hurt
is-
or help?
I don't know because there is alchemy that I haven't. There's a tab for alchemy or something.
Oh, okay.
And there's alchemy stores. So there's a little bit of potion magic, but outside of that, no. I actually think that's fine in this game
It
because
works.
it's a real world.
Yeah.
Whereas Skyrim's, if you use your imagination, it's real too. But no, it's the 1400s. Life was
It's
tough.
more grounded in reality type of thing.
Yeah, and so it makes sense.
Mhm.
It
Oh,
it,
cool.
it feels like so you can do your bow fighting's interesting because there's no target reticle,
Oh, no crosshair.
and that makes it extremely hard. And when you first use your bow, because you've never used one, it's all wiggly, and so it's very difficult.
Oh,
'Cause
this whole
it's like
game
a,
sounds difficult.
it's because it's a but it's like it's a simulator, but at the same time it's Skyrim. So this is like a super powered Skyrim mod.
wow.
That's kind of
Uh,
That's a good way to put
Yeah.
it.
without.
I agree with that.
What do you think about the magic? Has it bothered you? Because
No.
you're actually the
I-
wizard of the group.
Yeah, no, I actually really enjoy that there's no magic.
Oh, okay.
I really like that about it. I like that it's realistic. I like that you're in this world. I think that's actually what is a little bit immersive. Even though I know Grand Theft Auto does some zany stuff, it's that you're in this world telling this kind of very real gritty story in Grand Theft Auto that's so attractive about the single player mode. Same with this. It has that same you're in this real situation story that's real that has elements from history
Got
that
some
are
weight to it,
real.
yeah.
It's got some weight, and it makes it that much more immersive. I really enjoy that about it. Absolutely. I recommend this. I recommend picking it up and trying it out.
I would say if you like Skyrim,
Yeah.
there's a really good chance you're gonna like this game.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Ozzy Reynoso writes in, since this is an RPG game, I think this is a true RPG. I feel like this is a throwback to
Mhm.
real RPGs in a sense. And Ozzy Reynoso writes in and says, "What kind of RPG player are you guys? Do you enjoy a challenge while doing the main quests, or do you do side quests first to become overpowered and feel like you are unstoppable?" Let's start with McSpicy. Actually, let's start with Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan, let's start with you. What kind
I-
of RPG player?
I
Are
usually
you?
try and find an exploit.
You're an exploit
Yeah.
RPG player.
For example, in Skyrim,
Okay.
there's a really fast way to get what is it called? Draconic armor.
Yeah.
Draconic armor.
Yeah.
What you do is you kill someone, and you use it's like a corpse ability that you do, and you just sit there for like 30 minutes just spamming the right trigger.
Sure.
Anyway, there's exploits that you can find.
So you're an exploit RPG-er.
You just find the exploits.
Okay.
So that's what. So you prefer the Game Genie?
Yeah. No, it's
I feel like you're a power guy. You
yeah,
just
no,
power through that
I
main
go
quest.
through the main quest, and then I do side quests as
I see that. Yeah.
It's like a run. You sprint the 50.
Sure.
You know, the 50-yard sprint, and that's my main quest, and then you take a cooldown lap. And that's my
Oh,
side
and that's
quest.
your side quest.
Yeah, that's
I
my
like
side
that.
quest.
That's a good.
That's what I
analogy.
did with The Witcher. I powered through it. I took a break from everything for a month, and then I
Yeah.
started doing the side quests.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I like that style. It's a good style. McSpicy, how about you? What RPG style of player
Totally
are you?
get overpowered. Totally explore everything. Don't even push the main quest until you're a good 50 hours in.
Till you get a lock picking quest that you just can't.
Well, that's forcing me to go on the main quest. I can't progress because it's impossible. No, but I'm totally get overpowered at just, kill the boss with one hand while you're drinking a soda.
Yeah. I'm a follow the shiny thing guy.
Yeah.
So if the shiny thing is the main quest, I do the main quest for a while until that shiny thing becomes a side quest, and then I get lost in side quests, and eventually that shiny thing takes me back to the main quest. So I'm all over the map.
Yeah.
I'm a you can't put me in a box guy.
Yeah.
I'm all over
The
the
no
place.
box guy.
That's kind of how I live my life.
No boxes.
All over the place. Anyways, great question, Ozzy. Thanks so much for writing in. And with that, let's get this show on the road. Jordan, tell us, what are the big news stories this week on the Xbox One?
So it wasn't a huge week, but there's still some zingers.
Oh, dude, Air Jordan zingers.
Yeah. So check this out. There is a special edition Air Jordan Xboxes.
And it literally has the Air Jordan logo on the top of the Xbox.
If you're an Air Jordan fan and you want an Xbox, then your day has finally come.
Yeah.
Because the Air Jordan Xbox is here.
Does it come with the shoes? Because I see shoes there too.
That would be cool if it comes with the shoes.
Like, why would you
No.
have a marketing picture of the shoes?
Because it's Air Jordans.
Okay.
Maybe you have the shoe already and you like the matching accessory.
Do you know what's so funny? You just said, it's the time is right to get this if you've ever wanted one, and I am a downer, and I'm like, well, does it come with the shoes? Maybe not. Okay, well then maybe not.
No, this is in celebration.
Looks sexy.
Over the next 3 weeks, Nike is going to be introducing their new Air Jordans, and this is to celebrate the new release. They teamed up with Xbox to bring the new 3 custom Xboxes out that you can win. Can you win these?
Or can you buy them?
I don't know. Whatever. I mean, take my money now. They're pretty sweet looking.
Well, yeah. So where do we find out if we want to buy these? It says they're released now or February 14th. They drop February 14th. So what does that mean? Does that mean we could buy these at like the nearest Shopko?
That would be sweet.
In the
Shopko?
in the shoe aisle?
I don't know.
You just got to figure it out.
Well, let's move on to the next story.
Maybe this
We
is
know-
a quest.
Regardless, we know
actually a
This
quest.
is the lock picking
It's a giveaway.
quest.
I just
It's a
looked it up.
giveaway.
It is a
It's a
giveaway.
giveaway. Okay, good. You just finished that quest line.
Yeah.
Now we know.
But in addition to that, on the consoles, even bigger news is coming up. Speaking of consoles, oh, and those are the Xbox One X's. I think
Yeah.
I said S by mistake. It's
No.
One X.
Yeah.
With consoles, the Xbox One S is actually going on sale.
Ooh, to
Yes.
what?
February 18th, which is a couple days from now, a couple days from today. The Xbox One S in the US is going off $50. Going to be $50 off. So check this out. It's going to be the 1 terabyte PlayerUnknown Battleground bundle, recently released for $300, dropping it down to $250.
That's a good price.
That's
That is
a
a
good
good price.
deal.
1 terabyte.
Yeah, and it's 1 terabyte to 1S. If you're looking
And you get
to get in
PlayerUnknowns.
and you get PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds,
Yeah.
that's a great price. Jump on in and join the Xbox world today.
Very cool. Also, when you do that, if you do it this weekend, you have everything available to you for free.
Everything
via
that you've always
multiplayer.
wanted.
Yeah, via multiplayer. All multiplayer are how would I explain this?
All games that have multiplayer aspects to it, you will
That
have
require-
access to.
Yeah,
That
you have
require
access to.
Xbox
There you go.
Live?
That's the best way to say
Gold?
it. So I mean, you don't get the game for free. I mean, you get Rainbow Six and NBA 2K for free.
Yeah, that's
for
free to play
weekend.
this
Those are
weekend.
free to play this weekend, so be sure to check those out.
And there's a 2K sale.
But if you have, let's say, for example, you have Grand Theft Auto,
Mm.
and you don't have Xbox Live, but you've always wondered what it's like. Well, now you can, because this weekend, Xbox Live is essentially free for all players from February 15th through the 18th, so it's going on right now.
How many people do you think don't have?
Dude, actually,
That
the more
capability.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
I know,
I
the
don't-
more I think about it, I think there's actually a good percentage that don't.
And that's why they do these?
Which no, like, and I don't mean this in any bad way if you don't have Xbox Live, but that blows my mind because, like, I feel like having the Xbox or the PlayStation 4 or something,
Yeah.
online is a big part of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's I wonder what the percentage is.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'll ask Phil this week.
It clearly must be high enough for them to do these things
Yeah,
to
to get
encourage
people out
to
there.
get on.
Or they're just really trying to get those like 4 people.
There's 3 people.
They just like it bothers
and they're like,
them.
why can't we get these 3 people?
Yeah, it just like really bothers them that like those people won't.
it's become a pride thing.
Yeah. And also check this out. When you get your your discounted Xbox that you buy, and you do these free play weekends, right?
Yeah.
You can now, on your way home from work, on your iPhone or Android device, you can start, create, jump in your party,
I saw this.
whatever you want to do from the
You
phone.
can text to your party from your
Yeah.
phone as well. That's really useful. And I'll
It
tell you,
is.
want to know where this is really useful?
When I'm on my way home from work.
When you want to now play your Nintendo Switch with your friends, you can just
That is
throw
actually-
in your phone.
That is
jump in
actually
a party from your
that is
phone.
a great marketing scheme. Xbox Live, where you play Switch.
Yeah, where you
like-
play your Nintendo.
Yeah, that,
The best place to play your Nintendo.
Place to play your Nintendo.
Like
Xbox Live.
that actually, I didn't think of that. That's genius.
that's a better solution than
Then the 3
what-
dongle setup.
than what Nintendo came up
Then
with.
calling your friend on your phone.
Yeah, like- anyway, I think it's really cool. I think that this shows you these kind of features are why I'm so happy to be on the Xbox
Well,
One.
it's just-
they keep bringing out these little things that honestly, how often will I use this? Probably not that much, but just having that option
Yeah,
is
well, it's
so
just-
awesome.
It's having all like I'm connected to my Xbox no matter what device I have.
Yeah.
And I like that. Right via my phone, I can get my party going. I can stream to my computer. All this stuff. Like anywhere I can go, I can always be with my box.
Yeah, no, it's really cool.
Yeah.
By the way, on the free to play, the reason that 2K is free to play this weekend
Mhm.
is because there's a 2K sale. So NBA 2K18 is 35% off. The WWE game is 50% off. XCOM 2 is 67% off. Borderlands is 67% off. All of the 2K games are all on sale this weekend. Go check them out. Pick them up. I might be picking myself up some NBA 2K. I always want to get that game and then I never do.
Mhm. Very
Anyways,
cool.
really excited.
Forza
Oh, can I talk about this one?
Championship 2018.
Yeah.
Racing series.
So they're doing the Forza Championship Racing Series. You will be able to compete in a season, and then the World Championship will take place, and you'll be able to try to win a $100,000 prize pool. The series begins on April 2nd.
is that preseason? Isn't there a preseason that you can
So there's
join too? Yeah.
preseason invitationals.
Oh, okay,
There'll be
yeah.
invitationals to the people who are obviously some of the best in the world. I
The
think I'm
real
go-
players.
I think I'm going to get in on this preseason or on this season event because I'm not sure exactly the rules, but I've been doing a lot of research and everybody does the online on not arcade mode, but the simpler modes because that's just the only way that you're going to be able to compete. Almost nobody does it super hard. So if that's the case in this, I don't know for sure, so don't quote me on this and slap me if I'm wrong. In fact, I think Camshafts is here in chat and he can correct me because he's a big Forza guy. But in season mode, if you're able to do it on any setting, I think I would do. I'd probably be middle of the pack, I would imagine. But I think I think I do pretty good. I think I'm going to jump in and give it a shot.
What do you mean any setting?
So difficulty settings on the AI settings or the
Oh, okay.
simulation settings of your racing style, right? So you could turn on all the. You can just play the
assists?
the arcade racing style with Forza 7 in this. Now I could be wrong, and maybe that's off as a feature when the season starts. But regardless, I think I'm going to jump in the season just to experience it. Seems like a good time. One of the updates that they're coming out with in lieu of this is the ability now to spectate others racing. That is awesome. I think every multiplayer game needs to have that. So for instance, McSpicy's in driving his season match, I see him online, I will be able to fire up my Forza and just spectate you racing.
That's awesome. That's one of the reasons I really like Guild Wars 2, because you could go in and watch people play multiplayer.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day when I played that game, that was fun.
That is fun.
That makes it. And in Hearthstone, you can spectate. They have spectate mode. I think it makes it super. What's cool about that too is you can follow the top players, so you could see, like the top 10 lists on people playing, and you could hop on and see. You could watch people that are extremely good at the game.
Yeah, it takes the esports scene, and this is what Forza's trying to get into the next level.
It personalizes it.
It personalizes
because you can
it.
go and see. It's like a virtual pass
Yeah.
to see what's going on.
Yeah. What game do you play where you would like to see, or what game maybe you don't even play, but you think desperately needs spectate mode?
Well, every 95% of any game, because 95% of the games don't have that.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Of any
That's true.
multiplayer
That's
game.
true, but let's say you could only pick one. What game do you most want to see spectate mode in that currently doesn't have it? I got one. I would like to see Madden.
Yeah.
Madden, there's no reason that you could not have. And if you don't have spectate mode,
There's a reason why you couldn't have it.
well, at the very least, if you don't do full where I can see.
You're just watching it like you're
Where I
watching
can
a
see-
football game.
You can watch it where you can jump on NFL.com or Yahoo Sports and you see the field and you see the ball moving and it goes like a play-by-play. Why not have something like that for Madden? That would be freaking awesome, where you can at least keep track of what's going on, play by play.
Uh,
If you don't want to show them the full game, but something like that, especially Madden, where it's a one-on-one chess match, it'd be really interesting to have spectate mode there.
Yeah, the reason they wouldn't have that if there's no servers, if it's peer to peer, and you have 15 people trying to jump on to watch a game, it's going to lag out the game. If that,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Madden connects to servers or not. I'm completely unsure.
But I mean, that's probably the main issue here is when you have so many people jumping on to watch somebody.
Yeah, how it works.
Yeah.
So what's a game that Jordan? Can you think of a game that you'd like to see?
Dude, honestly,
mode?
I'd like to see a single player game with spectate mode, which I kind of invented that. I guess it's like Twitch and Mixer, right? But but like I would love to hop in and like watch you play. Like
that's
me
actually
hopping
kind of
in
a
and
cool
watching
idea.
you play, and then you just see all those horses come. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool
From your first person's perspective in game.
Yeah.
Like you said,
I think
like you
I
said,
think
it's
you're wearing
Mixer
a helmet
Twitch.
cam.
No, I think actually watching a single player game spectate would be kind of fun, especially like harder games.
That's funny because that's actually what I think streaming is.
Yeah, I know, and
That's exactly what
it's
streaming
already
is.
invented.
But if
so
I could
it's-
do it from my console in game, I don't know.
Yeah, I just but a multiplayer game that doesn't have
Spectate mode that you think needs it. McSpicy, did you have any?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would say Overwatch. But
don't they have a spectate mode?
They kind of do. It's limited, I guess.
But it's there.
But yeah,
there-ish.
but you can't do it in comp or anything. I don't think you can do it in comp. I think it's only quick play.
Oh,
And you're joining the match. And if
Mm.
you join the match and it's full, then it goes into spectate mode. But I've never...
Are you sure? I thought there was an actual spectate
Is there?
under
See,
like the party. I don't know.
apparently this is an underutilized feature that I don't use very much.
But
I really want,
I could have because I felt like I have spectated, but I can't remember if it's
No,
because I joined the game or if it's because I
have
hit spectate.
I've spectated because I joined a full game, and that was a quick play match, not a.
See, and I want to
comp
say
game.
I tried to join their game, but I couldn't, so I spectated. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I mean, I can pull it up on my computer and find out right now. It's there, but
Yeah.
Anyway,
Code-
I don't know.
Code Vein.
Yeah, Code
Coming
Vein. This
out.
is a game I'm actually keeping my eye on. It's Bandai Namco's action RPG.
Well, I see why you
It's
like
a
it.
it's
Just
a-
from the pictures.
Yeah, very anime look.
Yeah, it's got your
It's,
Final Fantasy swords and gas masks
it's
going on there.
Yeah, it's a difficult game, difficult combat.
Okay.
It's it seems very Dark Souls-ish, and it also is getting a kind of Dark Souls feature. There's going to be a Dark Souls co-op functionality in it, similar to how you invite people to Dark Souls. So you
Calling in an SOS.
yeah, essentially you put they're calling it like a distress signal to summon a different player, blah blah, blah, and
Yeah.
similar to Dark Souls. But anyway, this game. If you haven't heard of it, keep your eye on it. I think it could be a little like sleeper title.
I've
kinda,
got
you
a
know?
game for spectate mode. Monster Hunter
World.
Monster Hunter World. I would
Yeah.
like to see. I would like to be able to watch Mark just crush monsters
I'm very good at that.
whenever he's.
I'm extremely good.
Also,
I've actually
Extremely
gotten,
efficient.
I've gotten so good, I just don't die anymore. Like it's straight up, I'm done. Like I just kill you. I'm so good at that game now. I've Oh, speaking of which, did you get the Plunder Blade yet?
No, I haven't.
We got to get you that.
The dragon samurai armor was the last thing I got.
David, we got to get you the Plunder Blade. I got to get you both the Plunder
The
Blade.
Plunder Blade.
It'll change your life.
change it right up.
In Monster
Like it's
Hunter World.
1999.
It's the greatest thing in the
Destiny
world.
2 Crimson Days.
Yeah, so Crimson Days is their version of Valentine's Day.
Which happy Valentine's Day, world.
Yes.
Did you guys do anything fun for Valentine's Day?
We celebrate Valentine's Day on the 15th
Oh, why is that?
because it's a lot easier.
Yep, because
And it's a lot nicer.
reservations and such.
Yes. And I think one year we legitimately thought it was on the 15th when we were dating, and we celebrated it and realized it wasn't on the
Ah.
15th. And ever since then, we were just like, well, let's just make it a tradition. You know,
Very
because
nice.
we're going out and we're like, wow, this is the world.
So
doesn't
what
work.
did you?
People don't love each other anymore.
What did you do for Valentine's Day?
We went to a restaurant in a very nice part of town.
What restaurant was it?
It's called Twigs.
Oh yes, I know Twigs
Yes.
quite well.
I will never go there again.
Was that bad?
No,
I've been there. a
no,
couple
it was
times.
that expensive,
Oh yeah,
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 it was-
yeah.
and I didn't hold back because I don't hold back when I go out.
When you go out for
I
February
just-
15th,
I just I just went to town, and it was the best meal I've ever had, and it was the most expensive meal I've ever had. The reason I went there is because my mom took me one time, and she
Mhm.
paid for it, so it was great. But this time I had to pay for it, and it was rough.
McSpicy. Valentine's plans?
I gave my wife a foot massage.
Very nice.
That's about it.
But that's hey. That's
That's
thoughtful.
says
and
I love
I
you.
clean the kitchen
Hey, that's probably one of the best gifts you could give her right there.
and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
real life stuff. Because
like it.
I don't want to get into it, but there's some about I get frustrated with Valentine's Day.
It's the coercion aspect. You feel coerced.
Yeah, I
That-
feel like it's
expectation.
the only. Okay, whatever. I feel like it's the only holiday that is non-reciprocal. I believe that it is all for not me.
non-reciprocal.
Does that make sense?
So basically, you're pissed off because
I don't
you
know,
get
man.
nothing out of this. holiday.
President's Day is pretty
every-
non-reciprocal.
No, I mean President's Day. You can get off work.
Oh, yeah, I guess
you
you're
know,
right,
there's
yeah,
there's
yeah,
always
yeah.
something to look forward to.
Valentine's Day, you have to work.
Like I don't know. Like that sounds pretty selfish of me, but I feel like it's a trap. I feel like it's a trap. And if you don't come, like even when it's just so you know, my wife is amazing and I love her very much.
Sure.
And she is. There's a reason why I did the kitchen and rubbed her feet and stuff like that, because she doesn't care whether
Sure.
she's not high maintenance, and I love that about her. That said, even if they say I don't really want anything for Valentine's Day, that's a trap. Okay, they kind of do,
Yeah.
and if you don't, they're still going to be a little bit disappointed. Super frustrating. I hate a holiday like that. You can't win.
Yeah.
There's no winning.
I feel like most people probably feel that way a little to a
Yeah.
certain extent. For myself, I gave
Christmas, you can get and receive. You give
You
presents
receive?
and receive.
Sure.
Thanksgiving, you have a good time, eat.
I gave
Labor Day, you plant a tree.
We
I don't know.
went to R&R Barbecue.
Was
And
that place good?
I love that place.
I still think, and this is just in our area.
However, ready for this?
okay.
They were out of ribs. This is a rib barbecue place,
Really?
and they were out of ribs. Somebody messed up on planning for Valentine's Day. Like that's gonna clearly be
Don't
one of
they
the
know?
biggest nights
Don't
out.
they know Valentine's Day is the place where when we go to get ribs?
Yeah,
That's
right.
the time
Rib
we go
night.
get ribs.
No, so I had brisket. and pulled pork, and oh, it was so good.
That is a good place. We went there. I still think there's this other place called Famous Dave's. I still think it's a little bit better.
I prefer R&R.
Interesting.
Just so you know.
I still plan on taking her out to dinner, just like on the 18th or
Yeah.
something.
Also, I
Yeah,
gave.
we do the 50.
also, see
this
this haircut?
It's great.
This was my other gift to my wife.
Oh,
Looking
yeah.
better.
On Valentine's Day, looking better.
Looking better than I did the day before. You know? So, speaking of Valentine's
Yes.
Day, Crimson.
Destiny celebrates Valentine's Day with Crimson Days. It adds map remake and, of course, 2v2 arenas. So go into the arena and spend time with your loved one, killing other loved ones.
Kind of like Innova. Innova in chat says him and his wife spent the day at the shooting range. That's
that's
a
a
good
good
Valentine's
one.
Day
That's
a
right there.
That's reciprocal.
Oh, and Siren gave his wife a steak. Ooh, man, a man after my own heart right there. That is fantastic.
So it debuted on February 13th, just the day before Valentine's Day, and it's going to go all the way to February 20th. So if you missed it or didn't know about it, you can still always jump in. You got a couple days left to have fun with it.
Yeah, if you're into Destiny 2 and you're looking for a clan, we have an awesome Destiny 2 clan with some of the best Destiny 2 clan leaders and mods. They're super active. They do cool activities all the time, events. They're always on, talking to each other, playing. It is one of the best Destiny communities
Yes.
on the internet, and you can join them over at Discord or just join, on the Destiny clans. There's Clan 1.0 and 2.0. We did a recent purge, so every 30 days we go through, and everybody that's not been active for
Did
the
I
last
get
30
kicked
days.
out?
You actually did not.
I'm sure I did.
You qualified to be kicked out.
And there was no mercy. Doesn't matter what your
Doesn't
status
matter what
is,
your
you just
status
get kicked out.
You kind of have carte.
I am the law.
You kind of have carte blanche, so you were in still.
Oh, that's.
But I think
nice.
there's open spots, so come and join the Destiny
You made it
2
this time.
XoneBros 1.0 and 2.0 clans. They fill up quickly, so come and
Yes.
join us. It's a good time.
We also get to try out Battlefield Turing Tides this weekend. Are you a premium member? You're not.
Don't I get your premium
No, you
membership?
don't. That's account bound. So if
But
you're
I
not,
still get this.
if you for this weekend,
Okay.
if you're not a premium member of Battlefield 1, one of their DLCs, Battlefield Turning Tides, free trial, February 13th through the 19th. I don't like the idea of map packs or anything like that. I mean, I think all map packs should be free.
Yeah.
That being said, Battlefield 1 map packs are some of the best maps I've ever played.
Dude, anytime they bring out their map,
they are really good.
Their new maps are so well balanced. They're so well put together.
Well, remember we talked about we don't like playing the original maps anymore. They're not fun. They're
and the
boring.
original maps
that's how good they get. Yeah. But compared to these new ones, they're dull almost.
So much fun. Destiny. Battlefield 1 does it right, and they do it right in a big way.
Yes, they do. So this weekend, if you own Battlefield 1, you can play the DLC Turning Tides for the weekend free, no premium involved. Just jump in, start playing. My favorite story of the week
Boom.
is
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts 3 got a new trailer. It is in Japanese, which makes it so much
sweeter.
Yeah.
Sweeter.
Because it's hilarious. But they show off some worlds. There's Tangled, which we know is going to be in there, but they show off a little bit more of Toy Story, which is fun. And they show off
like
big
Monsters
one,
Inc.
Monsters Inc., which
very nice.
Is hilarious.
Very nice.
If you've ever seen Monsters Inc., they do some things, and it's hilarious.
So I'm excited to play this game because I never jumped into a Kingdom Hearts before.
You're gonna have literally no idea what's going on.
I feel like this is a good game that I can sit down and take turns with, like my wife.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah, you are gonna want to watch a YouTube catch-up video because I'm pretty certain that they may do something at the beginning that says, "Oh yeah, this is what happened," depending on how well they do, because the game is so crazy time. Yeah, the story is so, and it's a really good story, but it's hard to follow, and I don't know how they can do the whole recap in just a few minutes at the beginning of the game like they usually do in games,
Yeah.
So
I will watch. I will watch a story catch up.
There's a guy on YouTube I know.
Okay.
I'll link you to him.
Send him my way.
He's good at recap videos.
You know a guy.
I know a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really, I watch him all the time. I actually watch him for a lot of anime stuff too. He does a really good job of kind of summarizing games and animes and stuff, so you can get caught up for the latest stuff. So, but the trailer is awesome. It's so funny because everybody's seen these. Well, most people have seen these movies, right? Sure. And the famous lines from like Monsters Inc. They say those lines and stuff, but it's in Japanese and it's hilarious. It's just so funny. But anyway, the game looks cool. If you know what's kind of going on in the story, it makes it even more exciting. But hopefully, it's coming. This it's coming in 2018 is what they're saying, and it's going to come to Xbox One and PlayStation 4. I think. Can I tell you my opinion on this?
Yeah, give me
your
opinion.
PlayStation. So this Kingdom Hearts was originally a Sony exclusive when it first came out, and then it was so popular, it kind of branched off to Nintendo handhelds, and then came back. All the core series were on Sony's platforms, though, right? They did for PlayStation 4, which I think was brilliant. They basically did almost a Master Chief Collection type thing, where they put all the Kingdom Hearts games in kind of this remastered state and just put them all in one place, so you can play all the way through the series. Now that includes the core series and the handheld games.
Sure.
They have not done this for Xbox, and everywhere I look up, it doesn't sound like they're going to do it for Xbox. And I think this is a foolish move on their part. You know why?
Why?
Because you're not gonna get sales. People are going to be intimidated, like, oh, this is Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm going to play it and have no idea what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, people are more likely to buy your game when they know, and this story especially, when they know the backstory. I just think that's foolish of them.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe they will.
I mean, I have it on my PlayStation 4.
I'm planning on getting it just because everybody, the hype behind it. I like the premise that you're mixing Final Fantasy with Disney.
Yeah.
And I've never played on one, so I'm looking forward to jump into one. And if it's a standalone game where you can get away with playing it and you don't need to know the backstory,
there's no way. This is going to, because where the last game that came out, this is going to finish the story.
Okay.
It's like playing the campaign of Halo 3 without playing the first two. Like, it's continuing right after the last one. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to finish. Well, I'm assuming it's going to finish the story, but like, there's no way you can. You're going to need to know what's going on. Yeah.
Well, maybe they will end up bringing it out.
Well, and that's what I'm thinking. Maybe like they'll do when it comes. But I think that's, in my opinion, I just think that's a missed opportunity. And I've read this on forums because other people think the same, and people are like, "Well, it's a Sony thing," and it's like, so it doesn't matter, just.
Yeah.
I just think it's a missed opportunity. Is all I'm saying.
Absolutely. That brings us to the discussion segment of the show.
Want me to hit this little?
Oh yeah. Can you give me some? I want some inspirational music. Just give me something inspirational here. Let's get pumped up for the discussion segment.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
I actually accidentally hit that button.
This
Apparently,
is-
this is Russia.
This is the authoritarian theme. Here we go. This is the portion of the show where we answer your questions. You can submit your questions every week. You can do it every week over on Facebook. Facebook.com/X1Bros. A post goes up. Leave your question. We will answer it if we can. And we will celebrate positive gaming in the process.
I was gonna hit another song, but my finger accidentally hit this button. So
Oh, man.
this is pretty intense.
This is great. So let's start. We talked a lot about Kingdom Hearts. We talked a lot about RPGs. So I want to start with this for this part of the show. Let's start with this.
We'll do
question.
another communistic country soon.
Yeah. Let's go around the
Let's go around the
the
world.
songs of communism. That's what
You want North
do.
Korea?
Do we have North Korea on there?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, here, let me do it right there.
Here we go.
I got it.
This is North Korea.
No, just kidding. I really don't have. I don't even know what North
I was
Korea
going to
is.
say, I was like, wow, you have just randomly
wow,
North Korea.
what?
Benny Hill.
Yeah.
But as the Olympics has inspired him.
Yeah.
I got
in
more,
North
but
Korea.
I don't have. I don't even know what North.
You should get
Korea-
like Turkey.
They even Turkey.
Yeah,
that's
just-
a good one.
Yeah, just
Turkey's not communist.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, what is their national anthem? I'd like to
Let's
know.
just do every country.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
go through every country. That's what we'll do. One country a week.
Let's see what else.
It'll be our around the world.
Around the
segment.
world in 50 days.
I can't. I don't. I will work on that. Okay, I will get a turkey. Well, that's
Okay, so we talked about Kingdom Come Deliverance, and this question kind of popped into my head, and I want to discuss it. I have a theory here
Yes.
that RPGs is the ultimate gaming genre. I think it's the greatest genre in gaming of all time.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And the reason that I say that, let me explain to you why I think this. I think no other game gives you that kind of the type of immersion that you get in an RPG game for the amount of time that the RPG genre gives you. For instance, let's take Kingdom Come Deliverance. You are Henry. You
I like
care
Henry.
about him. You care about his family. You're in there. Instead of watching a movie, you are Henry. You make his decisions. The decisions matter. And I just think I've been thinking about it a lot. I think RPGs are the greatest gaming genre of all time because they're the most immersive. They are kind of the purity that is gaming, and what's great about gaming in its purest form. Thoughts, disagreements, agree? Any other gaming genres that you think could surpass that or beat that?
Did you? Can I go?
Go, Jordan.
Okay.
I actually don't even know
um,
the question yet.
Are you still thinking about
What
it?
is the greatest gaming
Genre of all time. Okay, now I know the question.
Our
Go for it, Jordan.
RPGs. That's a very strong argument because RPGs is probably one of the only genre that bleeds in successfully to every other genre.
Oh, that's a good point.
Think about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It has RPG elements, right? Halo 5 RPG elements.
Yeah.
Every game essentially nowadays has RPG elements because it's just so successful. People want that drive. That I mean, yeah. It's just
That carrot on the stick.
yeah,
Keep going.
exactly. I remember. I don't know if this is related or not, or if you consider leveling a type of RPG, right? But I remember Cliff Bleszinski. He was Gears of War 1 through 3.
Yeah.
He talked about. I think it was in Gears 2. They put a number in multiplayer, just like a rank, just a number. He said it literally meant nothing. The more you played, the higher your number went. That's all it was. But players loved that because they had a drive to go for. And he talked about how RPG it just bleeds out. Like it's just people love the RPG element
really
because it bleeds over into these other games,
Yeah,
shooters, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
So-
really interesting that you bring that up. Doc Coffee in chat, right when you were saying that, posted, I think you're definitely right about it being the greatest of all time because so many other game genres use RPG leveling elements now.
Look at Madden and FIFA. They also use RPG elements now too. I mean, I think you can't. I mean, I feel like the RPG element can bleed over into other genres, whereas certain other genres can't necessarily mesh. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Does that
let
make
me
sense?
ask you because
But-
I thought you would go the MMO route.
But that's an RPG.
That's just one giant RPG with online.
Tell me an
functionality.
MMO. Give me an MMO that's not an RPG. MMORPG.
I got
VR
one.
MMORPG.
Wait, I got one. The Sony shooter, the Sony Online.
But that's an RPG because you level up, you build your characters, you build your
Okay,
armies,
okay,
you
fair
get
point.
different equipment.
Yeah.
Planet side, right?
Planet Side.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what I was thinking of.
Planet side 2.
Planet Side 2 to be.
And then in a
exact.
few years, we'll have the VR MMORPG.
And then Sword Art Online will become a reality.
Yeah. That's my dream.
That's a great point, Jordan.
But
Mr. McSpicy,
yeah.
what are your thoughts? Greatest gaming genre of all time. Can the platformer compete with RPG? Is the platformer, do you think, because it's the original?
What are your
Well, I mean, technically, it's not the original, but it's definitely an important part of the gaming history.
Sure.
You know, I don't know. That's hard to compete with an RPG because you're right. It bleeds into everything else. I mean, the platformer. I mean that you could argue that a platformer stands the test of time. It's still viable today. No other game genre or style of game really has that kind of stability.
Yeah.
Because you can still play. I mean, platformers today look similar to the platformers from the early 90s.
Oh, yeah. Mario today holds up just like it held up when
in
it
the
first
90s,
released. You know?
80s.
And so you could argue that no other genre can do that.
Yeah.
Unless it's like those type adventure games.
Sure.
Because there's really no improvement. You know.
Well, and even nowadays, though, you have successful platformers that again are using RP like Ori. That would be considered an RPG.
System. Yeah,
you know
so
what I
that's
mean?
such a hard.
It's really a hard.
I think we're beyond opinion. I think it's pretty factual that RPGs have bled into everything, whereas more so than any other genre. And if that's what you're defining as what makes it great, then yeah absolutely.
I think it makes it great from the immersive factor. It's the most immersive, in my opinion. However, which is proof positive why it's expanded and bled into other genres, because they've taken features that help their games become more immersive, i.e. leveling systems.
Well, even when you use like the word immersive, like if you take Halo, for example, tomorrow, it has RPG elements. In the multiplayer, you can customize your own armor set, which makes you feel more invested in that, character, right? Like Mark, he's got one of the best helmets I've ever seen in my life, and he's proud of that helmet.
In
Halo 5.
Oh yeah, the butt crack helmet.
It's
freaking amazing.
Yeah, and you feel like, you got that helmet. That's your helmet. You know what I mean? That's
the coolest butt helmet you've ever seen in your life.
I mean, it's almost hard nowadays to find a game that probably doesn't have RPG elements in it.
Yeah, no, that's
I can name one. Overwatch really doesn't. There's no real level.
There's your typical level.
They have their EXP system that levels up
any
to
game
get
that
packages.
I guess could you say any game that has leveling is considered RPG, right? Because leveling is an RPG. You know what I mean?
But that's a stretch because role playing game. I don't know, like the actual definition of what that means.
Role playing game. Yeah. So no, I mean,
but the leveling up system came from that.
You could argue Overwatch. I would say. I mean, they have the loot boxes and stuff, but that's just all cosmetics. It's really nothing to do. Yeah, you could say because it's a team based shooter.
But
right?
but then again, they have the experience that they added that in there, and that's a total that has roots in the originality of RPGs, right? Yeah. So.
Even card playing games, really building your deck and
card playing game,
really kind of have elements of RPGs in there as well.
Well, and it's literally you playing. I mean,
you are a wizard.
You are literally role playing
a game. Very cool. I thought it was an interesting discussion, and that's why I'm so into Kingdom Come at the moment, and so excited about it. It really is kind an RPG in its purest form, in my opinion. So I wanted to have that discussion. Think it's a good one.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's that answer is tough to. If someone could convince me that it's not an RPG. I don't know how they would.
I think Overwatch is one of your best. Overwatch, Counter-Strike, those are team.
I mean,
let's see, Team Fortress is a little harder.
The question is, what's the greatest genre? And if we're defining it as influence, I don't think there's any.
So MOBAs. What about MOBAs?
Well, because there's a whole leveling up system.
Your gear system.
The gear system, you level up, you get more.
Yeah, but just with the sheer popularity of MOBAs, though, like the parts. So even though RPG aspects are in a MOBA.
Even Heroes of the Storm, you have an ability.
Look at the MOBA design, right? Where you're coming down lanes and you're a team and you're pushing for an objective. How many games has that expired now, or game modes has that expired?
To all other different MOBAs.
To all other different MOBAs, right? Or MOBA-like
or MOBA hybrids.
Yeah. And so I think even though games can have RPG elements, you could still have first-person shooter. But see, what has come from first-person shooters? What has come the reverse way? Is there anything that's come the
reverse way?
So, like, what has influenced RPGs from another genre?
RPGs? Okay, hold on.
That's where it gets hard because I feel like if an RPG is influenced, it's generally influenced by another RPG, right?
That's true.
I don't feel like you go out and you're like, that was a great first person shooter. Let me make a fantasy game based off of that. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it. That's why I think it's definitely a good argument to say RPGs are one of the best gaming genres because it bleeds everywhere, but I don't think everything can bleed into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
it is the source.
It is the source. The seed, if you will.
It is that gray haired guy on Matrix.
Before there was gaming, there was RPGs.
Yes.
There's a whole bunch of TVs around it. The source. We need the keymaker to even.
Before we
see
move
them.
on to our questions that have come from the community via Facebook, let's go to our True Achievements leaderboard that resets every 7 days.
Oh, man.
TrueAchievements.com. Search XoneBros. Join the leaderboard. Compare yourself to your friends. Let's go top 5 for this week. For the last 7 days, Musio made it in at number 4.
Right.
Numb Vanity is number 5. Planting 42 is 3. Buffs is 2. And BPS 21 is number 1.
Nice.
Congratulations, guys. Do we have like a golf clap? Or
Do we have
the golf clap?
Did
It's
you
right
get North Korea yet? That you can
golf clap? There we go. Very nice. Congratulations. Come join, compare yourself every week on the XoneBros leaderboard. It's a good time. We've got a lot of great achievement hunters in the community. This community is for everybody. Achievement hunters, sports players, MOBA players, RPG players, shooters,
Any
jokesters,
game,
hucksters,
non-gamers. You won't do very well, but you're welcome.
Everyone is welcome to the community. Moving on to our questions. Devout Cannon writes in and asks and says, I saw your post on Forza 7 Championship Series. If you could magically become the top player in a specific genre or game, which one would you pick?
Yeah,
which genre or game would you
mine's
like
easy.
to wake
Yeah,
up tomorrow
I know
and
you're
just
gonna
be able to dominate everyone? Let's start with Jordan.
Halo 5
Halo 5, no
Yeah.
question. Why? No, tell me why.
because I like that game. No, I know it's well. I mean, you can say this about any competitive game, right? But I don't know. When you see someone pull off a good skill move, you're just, oh wow, that guy's good. You know what I mean? And you get people like I got your pistola. You get to mix around with those people. Remember that guy? You love that. I think that's your favorite player.
It's because his name is
I got your
classic, dude.
pistola.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
You
I
got to
love
be in
that
that
name.
inner circle with those people. So
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like that's a good crowd.
Very good. So Halo 5 for Jordan.
Or Halo series, I guess.
Make
you would say.
spicy. If you could just dominate anyone in the world tomorrow. Wave a wand, and you were just naturally a phenom. Which game or genre would you pick?
RTS, easy.
Oh, really? I thought you'd pick Overwatch.
No, StarCraft 2, for example.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna say it, to go one-on-one with the others and to be better than them, you're the best gamer in the world. There's no question. That is the hardest game to be the best at.
Yeah.
I would
I'd
say
you're
there
probably
is
right.
no other game on this planet that is harder than an RTS to be the best at. Because it's a game of chess, and you're removing the restraints of taking your turn. So you're playing chess as fast as you physically can, and you have to have the mind, the brain. I would say that if you're good at that game, you're good at any game. Easy. The APM required, the mentality required.
I was hoping they'd have a StarCraft at the opening ceremonies at the Olympics, kind of like a nod during the
Because South Korea?
Yeah,
That would be cool.
During
It's
you know how
in
they
Korea, yeah.
well, no, you know how they do the big presentation.
Yeah, I was focused on like cultural stuff. in
London
wherever it's
did
at.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they had
London
freaking
had
giant
London
Voldemort flying
London had
across.
Quidditch.
Yeah, I'd say that's what they had a Voldemort. They could have done like
I
a
would-
cool StarCraft.
I would
thing.
argue if you are the best at the RTS, which is StarCraft 2, if you're the best at that game, it's like soccer, basketball. It's sports that translate to other sports.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, and this is the ultimate gaming challenge because it's to be the best. You have to be takes 14 hours a day for years and years to practice. You know.
You think?
Yeah, if you're good at that, you're
Okay,
good
okay.
at anything.
Okay, here's a question. Here's a question. You take Mr. McSpicy, who's dominating in RTS because he woke up yesterday
Yeah.
and can now dominate in RTS,
Yeah.
and you throw him up against Jordan the Man, who woke up and now dominates best in the world at Halo 5.
Now, here you
AE first-person shooters. Who does better
I know.
in the
I do.
others.
Because the reason I do is because have you seen Judge Dredd where everything slows down when they take that drug?
sure.
That's what every
Dude,
other
no.
game is going to be like for me.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
So I would
I'm
be
the best
playing-
in the world at Halo. You're the best in the world at StarCraft. We do a match of Forza.
Well, see,
I mean, what's going on there? Like, who's
Yeah.
I'm
who's
just
gonna? You know what I
saying,
mean? That's what I'm saying.
with what I'm playing and the APM, the actions per minute that I'm supposed to be able to win, everything else is slow motion for me.
Huh.
It's like I could look over there and still have time to look over here.
Would you
and-
be able to beat the best at their own game, though?
There'll be a bass drop, whoa, and everybody's like flying across slow motion. I'll just be like,
Would you
Easy.
be able to, like, you're a professional StarCraft, or you're the best StarCraft 2, I'm the best Halo. Would you be able to beat me at my own?
No,
game.
no, because
No.
that's what makes you the
No,
best.
no,
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
would.
But you would do
you
better.
I would.
do? Oh, okay, that's what you're
Easy.
saying. That's what. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I have the drug. What is it, like superpowered Adderall? I don't know what that drug is, but it slows down time, and that is what StarCraft 2 does to games. I mean, the micro that I have.
Okay, in real life, IRL here. In real life, are there StarCraft 2 players that do play other games pretty successfully or no?
Yeah.
It's
They
just
play
like,
poker. When they retire,
They play poker?
they play like 6 poker games, like online poker games, all at the same time because they have the APM.
Yeah, because they're
to-
used to multitasking.
They're used to multitasking, so they make money playing
six
poker.
times six.
Times 6. They play like 6 games at the same time.
Huh, interesting.
They
I
should like do crosswords or something. I wonder how they do. Yeah, like that would.
APM crosswords.
Yeah. I feel like they would do well at that, and it'd be relaxing.
obviously would pick sports, like Madden,
Like Forza?
Forza. And here's why: because with those sports ones, like I could go to the Super Bowl for free.
You could. That's right.
I
Yeah.
get to play against
World
other,
Cup.
other athletes. You get to meet Pele on stage, and when EA brings him out for a really lame presentation
Yeah.
that they do every year,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That would be cool.
I'd enjoy that.
You'd be a
I'd
part
still
of lame
beat you.
present. Yeah.
There's no contest.
No, there's no way.
You guys should have.
No. Here's why.
You
Here's
guys,
why.
you guys should
It
have
would
chose
not
RTS.
it would not cross over to the sports games well.
Oh yeah.
Here's why. Because you have to understand the sports games a little bit more. And Garrett, you're so engrossed to be that good at StarCraft, you can't watch sports. Your sport is StarCraft.
because the sports game would dumb me down, and I would no longer be the best.
No, you just wouldn't.
But see, I would have the mind for it. We're talking about like the greatest minds of history. The people that can play chess at that level, the commanders, the what would you call it? Genghis Khans,
You
the
think
Napoleons.
StarCraft is equivalent to chess?
Oh, absolutely,
reality? Yeah.
absolutely, no question. All it is it's a more complex version of chess, removing the time it takes between turns. So, for example, you play as fast. Like if we were playing a game of chess. You play every move as fast as you can. I'll play every move as fast as I can. That is what StarCraft 2 is. Does that make sense? It's just like, but you're trying to take and they're moving here, you're moving there. That's what StarCraft
It's just
is.
counters.
That's
and-
what an RTS is, really. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just
Any
StarCraft 2,
RTS,
but yeah.
Interesting.
It's just a complex game of chess. That's all it is.
Also, I'd like to be the best at PUBG. That would be a cool one to be really good at.
Like you just never
dominate.
lose.
You never lose. In
You're
PUBG.
always winning the chicken dinners.
And I'll tell you why. Okay, actually,
Galileo played StarCraft.
Zerg Rush translate to FIFA fairly well in defense. That is funny.
I'm
Oh.
sorry I'm going to just dominate all your guys' genres.
I would actually. I think I changed my mind. I'd like to be the best in the world at PUBG, and here's why. That's the most entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
I think it's so entertaining to watch. And if you dominate everybody, can you imagine if you never lose? Someone never loses. People would tune in just to see if you do lose. If
yeah.
you do lose, and I wouldn't.
And people would be gunning for you, and that'd just make it.
He'd be gunning for you, just pulling off crazy.
well,
moves.
there's a streamer that does that with Fortnite. His name's Ninja. If you guys haven't seen Ninja, he's absolutely
Oh,
fantastic on
Nin-
Twitch.
Ninja. Oh, okay.
It's just
okay.
straight up Ninja. He plays Fortnite. Do you know what his win record is?
Huh.
Like he shows it whenever he takes a break. He's got a 33% win rate
Wow.
on singles. It changes per duels and stuff like that. But every time he plays, 1 out of 3 times he takes first place.
That's
Pretty
crazy.
He and when you watch his numbers, he's easily
Does
always
Ninja
number
play
one.
PUBG as well?
No, he strictly chose. He's played it, but he chose Fortnite.
Okay.
And he's always 50K, 40K viewers, which is normally the top person on Twitch.
Yeah.
Every time he plays.
Yeah.
So why I bring that up is I can see the entertainment value.
Oh, yeah.
Because people tune in. He blows my mind. You want to watch somebody who's good at Fortnite and learn strategy? Watch that guy.
He's like the Tom Brady of Fortnite. he just wins.
Yeah, but he doesn't cheat.
Ouch. Shots fired. Great question. Thank you so much, Devout Cannon, for writing that in. Grotberg writes in and asks, what is your dream game? If you could design it, you were in charge of it. I think we've had this question before. Let's just recap real quick. Mr. McSpicy, your dream game. RTS? Are you designing the ultimate RTS here? What are you...
What's my dream game?
Dream game.
To what?
Your dream game. Like your perfect game.
Oh, I've said this a million times. The holodeck.
Oh, yeah, the holodeck.
The holodeck is the perfect game. It's real life in a game. It is, that would be your ultimate RPG. I would say.
Very nice.
Even Worf goes in there to try to level up his combat skills.
Yeah.
You know, he's trying to become a level 8.
Jordan, how about you?
Some type of MMO, like the ultimate MMO. Maybe like Ready Player One.
What is something that's missing from current MMOs that would make it the ultimate MMO in your opinion?
Graphics.
Graphics.
I mean, that's an easy because they have to make these games so.
The thing, like whenever I play another MMO, I always turn back to Warcraft because those MMOs aren't Warcraft. And then with Warcraft, I just think, man, if you guys made a new modern MMO, because Warcraft came out in World of Warcraft came out in 2004, and it's still going strong in 2018, right? Like if they came out with like a modern MMO, and I know that's what they tried to do with Overwatch, but it didn't work out for them that way. I mean, it did work out for them in the long run, but it didn't work out MMO wise, right? But like if they could make like a whole, because I mean I don't know, I think there's because World of Warcraft was based off like the Warcraft 3 engine, right?
Yeah.
So if you came out with like a new modern engine, no more limitations or anything. I mean, I don't know if how heavily they've revamped the World of Warcraft engine or if they even do have limitations anymore, right? But if they came out with like a new modern MMO, I think that would dominate, yeah.
So
because with what they know and their experience with Warcraft,
sure,
Blizzard's the only one that can do it. I think they're the only ones. They hold the power,
along, but it's got to be. I think Rockstar has actually already done it. I think the modern MMO is Grand Theft Auto. I think it will be Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
I think Red Dead Redemption will be the new MMO. That you just don't realize that they don't call an MMO.
Yeah,
you know. But no, I'm with you. I think that that's what I would pick too. An MMO, a game that I can just sink my teeth into, and I never have to play any other game again. An MMO. What they would have to change in the MMOs for me, my dream game, is fetch quests. Like you cannot do quests where it feels tedious, and it gets tedious after a while. That's just not me. You got to keep me going with story or with
that's hard
with
to do
something.
Though.
Yeah,
in an MMO, yeah, because
you have thousands upon thousands.
Yeah,
and to have
not
the guys
all
you
can
just
be gold.
killed appear 5 minutes later.
Let's say Blizzard this year comes out and says World of Warcraft 2nd edition or modern day edition 2018 releasing now, brand new engine, brand new game. Here it is. Does that break the internet? You think that breaks the internet?
I think the internet.
Like, do you think
like all our head, the base will drop
if
and
you-
all our heads explode?
Everything
If you
explodes?
type Google into Google, you'll break the. Have you guys ever seen the IT Crowd?
No.
It's hilarious. It's a British show. It's about the IT department at this office building. But anyway, they get this like really pretty girl, and she kind of like she doesn't know much about IT, but she knows how to like move them up in the world because
Sure,
they're kind of not socially
Yeah.
right. And so they help each other out. But anyway, they always mess with her, and they told her that if she ever typed Google into Google, she would break the internet. Like it couldn't handle it.
No, how big?
but-
Best-selling game of all time, day one.
Oh, dude!
launch?
If the day Blizzard announces a new MMO, things are gonna stop and drop.
the time will stop
roll.
in place.
The economy will everyone will take the day off.
Yeah, it'll
week-
be
the
huge.
month off.
Because think about it, Blizzard they're the king of MMO. They are on top, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good MMOs out there, ESO, Black Desert Online, but Warcraft they're up there, man. If Blizzard,
I hope I'm alive for that day.
the experience Blizzard. I mean, what's 18
And then I can
minus-
actually jump into a World of Warcraft and not be 18 years behind.
I'm telling you, their new update has.
But I'm
fixed
still
all that
behind.
issues.
Like
You're
I miss
not,
out on all
though.
your cool experiences that
Well,
you've had.
you
You
do
guys,
miss out.
people
yeah,
that have
like
played this game all along have a tie to the game
the gates
that
of
I will never
Encourage.
have because I'm just late. I'm late to the
Yeah.
party. All
Yeah.
the hot girls have left.
It's true. There's this one event called the Gates of Encourage. I was there.
Yeah. See?
I was also at the Wrath Gate.
Yeah. Never.
Arthas.
never get to
yeah,
experience
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Never. It's like
Yeah.
it's like when they removed Galahorn or the Loot Cave. Those that jump in
Yeah,
now.
that's a good point.
never
That's
get
a good
to
point.
experience
Yeah,
that kind of
that's a
stuff.
good point. They do have what they call no. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, go ahead.
PMH says his dream game would be an RPG superhero game. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, something like well, I could see that. Like there's a like kind of like Batman Arkham or even like a DC Universe Online, just better.
Yeah.
I can see.
Isn't World of Warcraft basically that with a fantasy skin?
A
Like
superhero.
isn't like you have your super villains and you have your superheroes?
Well, there's some bad people.
Yeah, but I mean, and you're
You have
trying
to
to
band
become.
together. And
You're a
take 'em
young
down.
Clark Kent.
I'm a little more mature in my. I've been
I
through
know,
a lot.
but
My character.
when you start, I get what
Yeah,
you're saying,
he's-
but I'm just saying, like,
They're basically superheroes in a fantasy age. Yeah, but I mean, you can say that about any game.
that that's true. You know what? I just thought that.
And Marcus Phoenix is kind of like a superhero in a dark.
Master Chief,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Prince Noctis,
Prince
Yeah.
Noctis
yeah.
and his
Batman.
cooking friends.
Batman's cool,
from Arkham Knight.
but Batman is a
Yeah.
superhero, and that's what we're talking about.
I think a superhero RPG though, like imagine if you're Superman and you start as him in high school. You know,
like Smallville.
like Smallville. You go through the
That'd
Smallville
be
years.
hilarious.
without the love triangles.
I'm down with the love triangle.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
That CW
May-
ruins all my superheroes.
well, maybe it's
man.
because I'm never in one. Maybe when you're actually in one, it's a lot more exciting. You know what I mean? Like instead of just watching one.
Anyways, great question, Grotberg. Thank you so much for sending that in. Last but not least, we have Keith Ham.
All right.
Keith Ham wants to ask us about DayZ. So some news dropped this week that DayZ is coming to the Xbox One preview program this year.
No, I just it's
I
not
know.
going to go
I
anywhere
know.
else but the preview program.
No, and so it will be coming to PlayStation 4 later, but they can't guarantee it this year. The reason it's coming to the Xbox One first
I don't
is
think
because there's the preview program on the Xbox One where they can release it. What are our thoughts on DayZ coming to the preview program? John, I'm gonna let Jordan go first because Jordan had like an immediate
Well, it's
visceral response here.
This game puts a bad. Okay, it's a fun game. It's cool. It has its place, but you need to finish it. Like, yes, and I understand. Like StarCraft took like 10 years to make, right?
Sure.
But they didn't string us along playing it for 10 years and
Yeah.
then release it. You know what I mean? Like DayZ, I think it's time.
So
that-
you actually don't like then that it's coming to preview program because you think
Well,
it's just
this is the reason DayZ I feel like is, and I'm not saying DayZ is a bad game. I think it's a fun game. There are other games in that genre that I prefer,
sure.
but I do think DayZ is a fun game. And yes, I have it and I've played it on Steam.
Yeah.
Right.
'Kay.
I
Fair enough.
just think DayZ is the game that gives preview program the bad vibe. Mark doesn't like preview program
because
of
because of
this-
DayZ.
because of
Yeah.
this specific
And-
game.
And there are a lot of other people out there that has kind of, and it's almost opened up preview program to, yeah, you can just put anything on that. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
it's almost set that standard. The reason it'll eventually come to PlayStation is because it'll eventually be released. Like that's
How long has that game been out for then on preview?
I don't know,
Years now.
Years, yeah. It was. I think it literally started preview program. So as long as preview or early access,
It was
has been-
Arma 2 days.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that was where the mod came from.
Yeah,
No, but when it became its own standalone version,
it's got to be like 2014,
2014.
2015.
So like
around
4
there.
years now.
Yeah, see,
In
the
development.
internet doesn't tell you. It says its initial release is 2018, but it'll update every year because there we go. It came to early access in 2013. But it'll
13.
update every year because
That's
it's not
5 years
technically
that it's been in
released.
early access and it's not yet been
They
released.
beat the system, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I get like people,
Is Rust still in early access?
Yeah.
There's another one that's
Yeah.
beat the system.
And Rust was 2013 as well.
Yeah.
Look at that. But the thing is like people will argue like, well, StarCraft took 10 years to make. Final Fantasy took 10 years to make. But the point is they actually like they were working on it. You know what I mean? Like they.
Rust, yes. I mean, changes. Like when you jump in Rust today, it's nothing like when.
No,
Rust
yeah.
was
Well,
when-
and Daisy is nothing like it was on day one either. And I get that they're working on it, but I don't know. Maybe you should take it down. And I don't know.
I'm gonna say
I don't know. I just
this
Daisy, man.
This game, amongst others, is one of the reasons the preview program has a bad name.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, and so sorry, not preview program on Xbox necessarily,
But early access.
is
Early
what it
access,
first came.
Which
Yeah.
is what the preview
The
program
idea
is.
of
The
early
idea
access,
that they don't have to finish a game but still get money.
Mhm.
sure.
That concept. I mean, you ever see that or South Park episode where the bar was lowered and and he has what's his name? James Cameron has to go to the bottom of the ocean to lift the bar up because the bar for media has been lowered so low. So James Cameron goes to the bottom of the ocean, and then this is what it feels like. Like this is one of those games that the bar was lowered for standards in gaming.
Mhm.
I don't mean to diss this game, but finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I paid for this. I did.
In 2013,
You know,
and it's not done yet.
that's like
The
it's
difference, the difference between that and like StarCraft is I didn't pay for StarCraft in 2002 when they announced it. You know what I mean? I wait. You know, it just
that's a shame because I'm sure there's people on that team that are hard workers and maybe I don't know, maybe they just spent all their money at the bar and whatever.
like a certain other game that we know about
Another game that
that
came
is
out.
still in early
Well,
access.
so-
Star Citizen?
Yeah.
I don't.
Didn't he spend all his money on strippers?
Yeah.
On strippers.
It was
yeah.
like Kickstarter, and he spent all his money on strippers.
Oh man, I just it's unfortunate because that game.
Well, and according to Steam, we're not alone. Under all reviews, it has mixed, and recent reviews out of the last about 1,000 have been mostly negative. So I mean,
Really?
it's not. I mean, I think you've said this. Early access is kind of that double-edged sword. It can help you or it can hurt you, and I think in this case, it's almost
Yeah.
hurting them.
But see, this is one of those. It was the trend of this game style
Yeah.
was really powerful at the time. That had a lot of hype behind it, but then they got paid before the job was done.
The motivation, you kind of kill the motivation in that respect.
This is why contractors don't get paid all the way up front.
Yeah.
You know,
You pay half or
you-
a quarter.
or however you do it. You pay 50%, then 30%, then 20, whatever it is. It's unfortunate that they ruined this for, I don't know, but basically I didn't mean to make this so negative, but the bar was lowered when this
So, if I can summarize,
yeah.
we're meh about them coming to the preview program
Meh,
because
that's a perfect MEH.
meh.
Well, when are they coming? Because honestly, they said they were going to release their game, and 5 years later,
Jordan, like you should see.
Well,
for those
no, okay.
of you could probably feel like his expression
What-
is anger.
what
This really makes Jordan
What
mad.
really bothered me is at E3 when they talked to, because we knew this was coming, didn't we? For a while, we've
Yeah.
known this has been
Mhm.
coming, right? And remember at E3 he came out.
The guy
And he
came
talked
out.
to, and he's like, "Hey, it's coming to Xbox." And I was like, "Okay, that's cool. You know, the game's never going to come out anyway, right? Might as well come to." And then he was like, "But check this out. I'm working on a new game." And that's what made me. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, you can't.
Finish the game.
You're not Blizzard or the one where you have the resources to
multiple-
work
Well,
on
what's so
multiple
funny,
games. You know
when-
what I mean? Like,
When that guy came
You-
out, he was like, "I'm developing a game that isn't a game." Remember, it was
Yeah.
like some weird presentation. I was like, "Oh, well, let's try not
I-
doing
like-
that and work on the game."
I
that you
understand
started.
that the intentions are good and like they want to make the perfect game, but I just think at this point, early access is more hurting this game than helping this
Yeah,
game.
well, just because it's been there so
Yeah.
long. Yeah. Well, I would imagine Microsoft has some kinds of terms of service where you have to for sure be out of a preview.
Well, I
within-
think
within a certain amount of
I
time.
think a game that did it right was Gigantic. It was in preview program for a while, and then it did a full release.
Yeah.
I mean, and it wasn't.
Dude, that's a fun game. We got to play that.
That is a
again.
fun game.
That's a
They've
great
made a lot of
game.
updates,
Yeah.
and it's really I played it a little while ago. But there's other games in the preview program that I feel like do it well, but I feel like an early access game is there
So,
for you. Yeah. it's
Let's
just-
say this
yeah.
game releases tomorrow. Let's say that Magic, boom, the game is finished. It's released. You guys pick it up. You guys like it? Fun?
Honestly, I
Meh.
feel like I've played. Given I haven't played this game in a while,
Sure.
but I would jump back into it to see the changes theyve made, right?
Yeah.
And see
What
how
if
it
you
is.
have to pay $20 to get it?
Well, I already own it because
No,
I bought it
you
5
own-
years ago.
You own it on the PC, but this is going to the Xbox.
I'll probably buy it again, right? Like
That's Jordan we're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
So
that's
I'll
true.
probably
I
buy it again.
wouldn't. Unless I
I'll
see
play
somebody
it.
playing
I'll
it.
see it. I'll see what the changes they made. But I feel like there's so many other games in this genre now that I prefer that are full releases that
Sure.
are a little bit better.
Sure. That
hit.
they kind
kinda
of
get-
were the
And if you think about this, DayZ, I mean, it's very. Would you call it battle royale-ish? I mean, it's survival, but there is other players that can kill you. You know what I mean? So would you almost pick a Player Unknowns over?
it's like
a
State
DayZ?
of Decay multiplayer.
Well,
Well,
it's State of Decay
was
with
good.
PvP only multiplayer.
Yeah, that's
like
what I
you
mean.
can, you know what I mean?
Well,
Because
yeah.
you
Do you,
can,
do you think
you have to survive. But if someone else finds you, they just shoot you.
you think time has kind of passed it by then? Like it was revolutionary when it first came to preview
Well, I just
mode,
think
now
there's
everyone else
other
has done it.
games that may do this better. I think.
Dying Light, perhaps.
No,
or-
he's right. Any battle royale game is just a faster version of this game. Of
Yeah.
Think
DayZ.
about it. Player Unknown's Battlegrounds take out the zombie. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Take out the zombies.
DayZ is essentially Battleground. If you took out the zombies, DayZ is Battlegrounds. If you took out the zombies and
And-
enclosed the map every 2 minutes,
and force
right?
combat. Take
Yeah.
out the zombies and make it interesting. That's what you have.
I mean,
Interesting.
DayZ has a couple cool elements where like you can break your leg and stuff like
And the
get
equipment
thirsty, yeah, and
breaks.
stuff. I mean, they do have cool elements like that, right? But I just feel like this is similar enough to the genre of battle royale where people might lean that way a little, or even like you said, David, you have
I'll
games
look
like
that up, David.
you have games like DayZ, or sorry, not DayZ, Dying Light, which doesn't necessarily have other players PvPing you while in the zombie world, but you still are in that zombie, world, surviving, building up, RPG stuff. So
Yeah, another great point. Ding Dong said Ark was in preview for a long time. Is it still in preview? No, it's final released.
yeah, I think Ark actually came out.
Yeah,
let
Ark
me
did
check
come
here.
out.
I'm actually,
I'm pretty sure that Ark did
yeah, I
come
think
out.
Ark actually came out.
Regardless, great question. Thank you so much, Keith,
But Ark-
aka Camshafts, in chat there brought that question to you. Great question, great discussion. Appreciate that. Dieta Muertos writes in and says he
Ark
lets
is
us
out.
know that we just talked about Gigantic and that it is with heavy hearts that we announced the January update is the final content update for Gigantic. The game servers will be discontinued on July 31st, 2018. That saddens me.
That is very
greatly.
sad. I knew they had financial trouble during the development, but I thought they kind of came back from that.
Yeah,
That's
It's on their website.
that saddens me. That is a game with a lot of potential. If I was a billionaire,
That really
I would buy
was.
that
That really
game
was.
and make it my own and possibly market it better than it has been marketed.
Microsoft's a billionaire.
Microsoft is. It is a Microsoft Studios game though.
No, I don't think it is. I think they
Oh,
just
was it?
helped partner.
They
with
just helped
Microsoft,
it.
yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, that
If
saddens me.
it
But
was
thank
a
you.
Microsoft Studios games. They're not
Thank you
going
for
anywhere.
sharing. I'm sure that we knew that and announced that when it happened, and we just blocked it out of our minds because we like
Maybe, or I
Gigantic.
missed it, and now I missed it for a reason because
because that's
I'm very upset
that
now.
saddens you, Mr. McSpicy.
I really enjoyed that.
What game are you going to be doing? A lot of more Kingdom Come.
Deliverance, yeah. I'm now just exploring poop decks and stuff because I can't figure out.
You're
a
pooping on the.
lockpick.
Can I tell you what I
peasants.
like about this game? I like that you can sleep, that you can wait. I love that. That's really cool. Like you can,
If you wait, you run out of food.
yeah, and there's it's so that's where like the simulation-y part comes in.
Yeah.
Like you can die of starvation and hunger. Your stamina goes down faster the more hungry that you are.
I can't wait to learn to read because I'm going to that latrine because you have you sat down?
No, I've sat down at tables and stuff. but
You'll
I've not sat down.
notice there's a little icon that pops up when you sit down to read. Well, when you sit down, it'll be like a book.
Mhm.
If you go into your little map area or
Sure.
character area and look at your buffs, it like gives you a boost with reading. But you have to learn to read first because you're a blacksmith's son, so you never got taught to read. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to learn to read because even when you're sitting on like the latrine, because I went and tested out the latrine to figure things out, make sure things are good, and that logo pops up. So I'm gonna go grab like I don't know.
Book?
Oh yeah, like
The Bible?
that's really the only book available, right?
I don't know. I don't even think that was. This is the 1400s.
Yeah.
King James was.
They didn't even-
I don't
they
know when
didn't-
King James Bible was out.
They didn't have Newsweek.
Some scroll. It won't be books you'll be reading. It'll be scrolls.
Anyways, yeah, I'll be playing that game. Still learning it. Still, I am frustrated with the lockpick because that's kind of like how I like to steal things.
Yeah.
and I like to sell those things I've stolen to.
I bet you
shady
get it. I bet
characters.
you get it figured out by next week.
No,
I bet you
no,
come back.
it's impossible with my. It's impossible with my control scheme. It's less impossible with the standard control
Sure.
scheme, but go look it up. It is they have to patch it.
I'll be there soon.
Yeah, they have to patch it because it's not meant for a controller.
Interesting. Where can people find you?
Oh yeah, you can find me on Xbox Live, Mr. McSpicy,
Very nice. Very nice.
and on Twitter, same thing. I'm that everywhere.
If you like the show, if you like what you've heard, don't forget, head over to iTunes, rate us, review us. It really helps us in the rankings. Subscribe to us there. It's a good time. We're also on Spotify. You can check us out there. That's a good time. Jordan, what will you be up to this week, and where can people find you?
I am going home tonight after the show.
Oh, yeah.
Shunning the family.
Shunning them.
And I'm gonna play Kingdom Come Deliverance
Yay!
for the
Can we
So
party up and
excited.
talk while we play?
for the first time. I'm gonna jump
That's
into
a
jump
hard
in-
game to party up to because there's so much story.
I'll
There's
party
so
up to
many
it.
cutscenes.
Yeah, I'll party up to it. I'll do it.
Okay, do it, man. Go. You're living on.
And I'm gonna,
You're living on the
yeah,
edge.
I'm gonna
You are
jump-
living on the edge.
Jump in Henry's shoes.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm excited to play it tonight. And that's probably what I'll do. And of course, Monster Hunter. And now I might jump into Gigantic and just try and get as much as you can before they,
Yeah.
while you can.
While you can get it while you can. I am XoneBros everywhere, and I will. You know what I'll be doing? Kingdom Come, but also Minecraft. I've been jumping into a lot of Minecraft lately. If you want to get in the Minecraft realm, let me tell you, special things are happening in the Minecraft realm. What you got to do? You got to come over to Discord. You got to join us there. There's an application in the Minecraft realm, but as long as you're active in Discord, we accept you into the realm. It's a good time. Everyone in Discord, we're going to go raid somebody right after the show. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Have a great week. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for staying here with us and hanging out. It was a good time. It's always a good time with you guys. We are going to raid the one and only NK Woa. NK Noah. It's NK Woa. NK
It
Woa.
is. Oh.
And we love that guy. He's like the only guy on here on my following at the moment. When we do raid him, all you gotta do is you just gotta stay in this chat, and when it pops over, what we'll do, we'll log off for 1 second, then we will host, and it will show up right here in our chat, and anything you type here in chat will show up in his stream. So as soon as we raid, we'll just type hashtag positive gaming right there, and
Yeah. Hey Zeus,
it's
that
gonna
was
be a good time.
That was a total accident. The Russia song. That was funny. But total accident. You ready, David?
And I'm ready. Go ahead. Let's do this, guys. Hey, see you guys later. Let's raid this, baby. Have a great week.
Bye.